Hello, Cancer signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be between now and the end of next week, so 16th of June. So let's just dive in for you guys. I do have lots of cards, as always, to pull out for you guys, so let's dive in. All right, for my lovely Cancer signs, please, Spirit, what do they need to hear right now? Feeling one more from this deck. Okay. Guys, this one was hidden from me as well. I felt like it would be a bit of a surprise. So you have orphaned energy, which is feeling sad, feeling low. Maybe a tower moment has happened in your life, which is like a period of destruction, feeling like something has fallen apart, separation maybe. And the orphaned is like you're still kind of stuck there. The orphan energy as well is a feeling of abandonment, not feeling good enough, not feeling beautiful enough, not feeling good enough to have whatever it is that you desire. Okay, it's a energy that does need to change. It's a number 5, and 5s are about necessary changes. Before we go into the next card, I do want to show you, this one is at the bottom of the deck here, and I want to kind of show you that it does feel like you're walking away from this energy, but you got to get up, Cancer. Like, as you can see here, if she stays stuck here, she's always going to have the memories of what's happened here. She's sitting where everything is destroyed. But if you get up and you remember your worth, Cancer, you can start moving forward away from that energy. And although it takes time, between worlds represents the fact that there is still remnants, memories. The more that you focus on where you're going and not where you came from or what you've been through, when you focus on where you're going, it becomes a distant memory. Okay, it stops being so strong in your life. So, and some of you might need to hear that because, again, pain can be very, painful. Is this what it is? So, I can understand where sometimes we feel like we're always going to feel that way. I'm always going to be thinking like this or being like this. But no, as long as we're making changes, everything will be okay. All right, just take some time. Chop wood is all about what you're spending your time and energy doing. It says we have to stick to the mundane. We got to do the boring tasks like cleaning the house or our work, in order to see progress. And the more that you do it and show up for yourself in whatever way, whether this is self-love, whether this is working towards a job or a money goal, whatever it is to you, keep showing up for yourself, because it may not seem like things change when you do something or when you make a change, but it takes consistency, and eventually what you'll notice is that this door opens for you. Okay, it opens a new door, a new world for you. I'm feeling like, I don't know if Cinderella is a story for anybody or it's important for anybody, because this orphaned energy in the chop wood card is almost feeling like you're stuck in a situation, and I'm seeing you kind of like, the cards come to life for me and I'm just explaining it to see if I can get any messages from it, but I'm seeing like you're kind of locked in this energy, maybe this dark energy. Sometimes this might mean that you're having to fix something that you didn't even break. It's not your mess to clean up. So maybe somebody left you, or somebody, left you with a lot of trauma to have to unpack, or this can be parents, like this can be anything. So it's like you have to kind of stick to clearing up something, but before you know it, there will be a new opportunity outside of this energy that you can go to. Maybe this is a job, for example, and you're having to kind of keep showing up, keep doing this, but eventually you'll have the money to go and do something that you're actually passionate about, for example. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, it's like funny when I get visuals, like it's like a detective skills to try and figure out what they're trying to show me here. I never really see that, actually, so it's an interesting message. But before you know it, the door will open. It just takes some consistency in doing something that we don't always want to do, but it's kind of necessary. Community is coming up for you. Okay, you have community. Now, I don't know who, I think it was Pisces that had it, that friendship is going to be very important, and the elements have similar messages most of the time. So there could be some strength in community. Maybe for some of you, if it's a job, maybe the people around you are not that great, and in which case the community is impacting you in maybe a negative way. But I feel like Spirit's calling for you to try and find a community of people who actually uplift you, like friends who make you feel powerful and strong. But we'll see how this comes up. I don't want to speak before I actually see what this is about, but community is important, okay? And who you surround yourself with is important. So if you're around people who are quite negative, shocker, you'll end up being quite negative too. The way that you see things would be influenced. Okay, let's get another card from this deck. What you surround yourself around is important. If you live with people who are negative again, or like bring you down, then and sometimes, it doesn't have to be that you move homes if you can't do that. Okay, sometimes it's about like replacing it with something else. So people online, if people online inspire you, they teach you about building your own business and that's your dream goal, for example, or you watch somebody who vlogs, for example, like even be like, that is being around that energy, so it can impact you in some way. So again, some things are outside of your control, and I understand that, and it can be very difficult, but that is not the only thing that you have. Okay, there is so many resources out there that can help you in some way, so pay attention to what you're paying attention to. Okay, remember, there is so much out there. Let's see. Right, so let's see. I'm hearing that the solutions may not always be so obvious, so it's up to you to figure it out. All right, but let's see. For Cancer, please, Spirit. Please. This 3. Thank you. You have grief. All right, could be grieving at this time. 2 more. Grief, joy, and faith. I quite like that one. And it gave me a sensation of excitement. So joy and faith are coming through as an anticipation of something. So you do have grief, by the way. Maybe that's why you're feeling orphaned here. Some of you could actually be grieving like parents or grandparents here with grief. Grief takes time. There is not really much I can say about this. Like, just don't withhold those feelings and emotions. Like, when we grieve something, it means that we loved something, okay? Like, and it meant something to you. So if you want to cry about it, then that's okay. It's showing like your love in a lot of ways, okay? There was I don't know if someone can like quote this, but it's reminding me of a clip of an actor, Andrew Garfield, I think it is, where he's grieving, I think, his mother or somebody. And he has such a beautiful perspective on grief, and he's saying like, I don't mind talking about it, so if I cry, like don't mind me, like I'm crying because it's such a beautiful thing that, even though somebody's gone, your grief for them is because you miss them and that you love them and that they were clearly a really important person to you. So if that means you cry, then it's okay. Like, it's okay to grieve somebody. All right, don't worry about what other people say, like, oh, this happened ages ago, or whatever the complications may be. Don't listen to other people's opinions of your grief. It's completely fine to grieve something. In this card, the story is like she's grieving her dog here, the loss of her dog, and people are like, it's just like a dog though, like it's not as if it's a family member, and that's like horrible. But that's what the card says. But she's entitled to her own feelings. All right. And for some of you, this grief is not just a person, it could be, an old sense of yourself. Maybe life has really kind of changed a lot for you, and you could be grieving potential or possibilities. It could be a person, where maybe there was an ending and you're grieving the potential of that friendship, relationship, grieving maybe who you once were. Like, whatever it is, there's clearly a lot of intense feelings here. But I like that you're showing up for yourself with that chopwood card, because you then have amazing cards of joy and faith. Now, faith is about having spirit guides around you who are here for you to give you what it is that you need: healing, all right, support, protection, wisdom, clarity. Like, they're all here for you. And I feel like that's where joy, I'm not sure exactly where joy is coming in just yet. I think it's the anticipation, like I said earlier, but we'll dive into the tarot. That's just a feeling. But something very important as well, the story behind this card is that this person sees this rock in the way and thinks it's blocking her path. The reality is, the spirit guides come out and say, actually, this is here to help you. So a blockage may actually be something that is actually here to help you. Could that be the chop wood card? Let's carry on. I'm sure it will make itself. It will make sense. Let's get you some animal spirit cards. I've been talking. Oh my god. Here we go. It's important. All right. You have skunk spirit, guys. Know your worth. Felt like I had to dive that into you. Know your worth. All right. This is about your beauty. All right. Your uniqueness. And if somebody doesn't appreciate that, then there will absolutely be so many other people out there who will. And that's something that's important for you guys to understand. So again, whatever it is, in whatever area of your life where you need to understand your worth, I feel like, again, it's about believing in yourself, which is interesting because, again, Orphan card is like, how am I going to do this alone? I'm stuck here. I'm abandoned. The know your worth is about having confidence and understanding your, I'm going to get another one. Understanding your worth. And you have the flamingo. Oh my God, guys, these are the same thing. Embrace the in between. You are moving towards new things, but of course the past might still haunt you in the moment that you are in. This feels fresh. This still feels new. All right, whatever that means, whatever time frame that is for you, it's still lingering, the past, but that's okay. In some ways, there's a silver lining here. The fact that you're even in between shows some growth. Okay, but anyway, it's so interesting that came through. Embrace the in between. All right, let's get you some keywords. You have lots of oracles. I did tell you. All right, Cancer, please. Let's get 2 for this week. What are the keywords? Relationships. Okay, so that's important for you guys. Again, it could be to do with relationships, to do with community, people around you, and you have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. That's quite interesting. So I wonder if joy is literally just about asking you, how can you celebrate life now without needing to reach a goal before you can? I do have the Lost Oracle deck, and then we'll dive into it for you guys. Let's see. Let's get 3, please, for Cancer signs. Ooh, children just came up, and the whole deck fell. So it's another 3 cards. I will take that then. You have children, you have friendship here, body care, love that. We have nudity going on here, so we will not bring it any further. And you have freedom. Okay, so children could be significant. This could be your own inner child. Okay, you have friendship, so again, significant communities around you. If you don't have it already, it's asking for you to reach out to others, to make friends with others. If you can, show up to certain areas where you can socialize with people. You know, when you kind of show up to an event alone, you're kind of forced to socialize, and that could really help you. Body care, so looking after yourself. Some of you do need to, again, know your worth and start treating yourself like it. All right, and you have freedom. Interesting. So you're being freed from something, whether it's grief, whether it's, again, the past, or whether it's this orphaned energy, which it seems like it is. All right, overall energy, please, for the week. For Cancer signs, the overall energy to represent the week. The Nine of Pentacles, that's an interesting one. It's about your independence. It's about being able to take it easy. The Nine of Pentacles can represent financial freedom, by the way, guys. So maybe you're focusing a bit more on your money, on your investments, what you have for yourself, maybe you're budgeting. Again, this is a card about taking it easy. Not meaning like having it easy. I mean it in a sense that this card is my card of slowing down, not needing to rush. It's about enjoying what you have for yourself whilst it's still growing. And I think that's what it's saying with the embrace the in between. Okay, it's a nice card of independence. So you are going to be needing, or you're being called to be more independent this week. This is just the energy. I'm going to get a card though for you, Cancer's energy for this week, please. How will they be feeling? King of Cups. Emotional, but being able to stay above it, which is quite nice. Again, you are a water sign anyways, so having a water sign here is quite okay, especially the King of Cups. Again, he stays above his feelings, doesn't allow them to take him underneath, you know, doesn't allow the waves to take him under. He's simply he's observing them. So observing your feelings and emotions. Okay, I like that, but again, still emotional, quite intuitive. Okay, let's clarify these and dive deeper then. For the Nine of Pentacles, please, why is this the overall energy for Cancer signs? 8 of Wands is happening for a lot of the signs. I think it was. Yeah, it's actually happening for a lot of people. So 9 of Pentacles, the Moon. So, and because we have the Judgment here, they're very similar in color. Okay, so this kind of feels like any emotional, if there is any deep emotions or subconscious stuff, there is a big surrender happening with this. Judgment is all about releasing, okay, so that you can open a new door. So definitely is a release of some feelings, that orphaned energy, some subconscious beliefs about yourself. And this is what the 8 of Wands is coming through. The 8 of Wands is about things moving forward. It can be about like good news, communication, opportunities coming away, but it can also just be life is really speeding up for you and changing in a positive way. All the wands are going in one direction. So there is some clear vision coming through. If it's not from you, but that's okay. The energy is going in one way. So you might feel like I always want to call it a gust of wind, like a gust of change is happening for you. But it's asking for you to surrender and to release some emotions. Actually, the Moon is things that have been hidden. So maybe some of you are being called to speak up about how you feel. And maybe that's where freedom is coming from. You guys could be really struggling with something, but again, reach out to a community, speak to somebody, even if it's a therapist, like speak to somebody, because as soon as you speak about how you're feeling, what's I wanted to say drowning you here, what's occupying you, like these words are coming up, like whatever is taking up your time and your energy, allow it to come out. Like I think a lot of speaking about it is important. 8 of Wands, again, communication could help, because the 9 of Pentacles, again, being about freedom and independence, like I think it might help you. Okay, I want to clarify the Moon very quickly, but the 8 of Wands as well is about the blockages are being lifted. Things are happening, can happen very quickly. That's the energy that's happening now. The Moon, what in the Moon needs to be released? It's about moving on, moving forward. The World, 4 of Wands, interesting, and the 6 of Swords. I mean, the Moon could be about friendships. Maybe you're grieving a friendship or grieving, again, somebody. The Moon. The 4 of Wands is, again, it's about celebration. There is something to celebrate. There is a new beginning coming through here. 6 of Swords, to clarify the Moon, it represents that you're moving away from difficulty. 6 of Swords comes away from the 5, you know. You may feel like you've lost something or been through a very chaotic situation, but you're moving towards something much more calmer. So again, it's about releasing the past. Releasing feelings that maybe you've been bottling up for a while. And the 4 of Wands in the World, again, like release and surrender and a new beginning happening. And one of celebration. 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands, community, reaching goals. Let's clarify the King of Cups for your energy. Why is the King of Cups here in Cancer's energy? The Star, 8 of Cups, so 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. So you guys could be walking away from things that have been conflicting, competitive, jealous, or just really confusing and hot and cold, like something that clearly's been in disagreement for a while. This is what you're walking away from. I say that because 5 of Wands, again, is like people are like climbing all over each other just to get that flame to win. 7 of Cups as well as like confusion, like mixed signals, or not being certain about what somebody means, like, or where is that? Yeah, if it's not a person, and again, it's an energy you're walking away from, maybe it's just about doubt or being in conflict with yourself. That this could be a mental thing, an internal thing, or it could be external. I always say that because this is very confusing when you're dealing with this energy. So if it's in love, the reason why I'm holding the doubt card here is because of the affirmation saying I release the need to know all the answers. So maybe you guys have like postponed something or prevented yourself from going after something or deciding something because you feel like you need to know, you need to make sense of a situation. I have to know. And this is not so much about doubt, but it's almost like, how can I, like, let's say you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of mixed signals. You know, there's a lot of arguments in a relationship or a friendship or whatever, and you're kind of confused because sometimes they're nice to you and sometimes they're an absolute bitch. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like you're trying to make sense of it. Like, why would they talk to me like that? Maybe they're just stressed, or maybe they're just not aligned with you. You know, like if something is really confusing and there is a constant battle with something, maybe it's not aligned with you. And maybe that's what you're having to walk away from, is something that just doesn't serve you, something that is giving you the spark of light, but it's not giving you like, if it's whatever it is to you. I think this is where it's about knowing your worth, and whatever the situation is, I don't know. But there is this energy around you that's been keeping you confused and questioning. Whether it's your job, I don't know what this is, but the energy is here. And again, so similar to what I'm saying here is that we're trying to grasp that flame when there's a whole sun out there, you know, not just a little fire. You have something much bigger out there for you. But I think this is where it comes down to knowing your worth. When you know your worth, you know that whatever happens, you're gonna get what you are worth, what you are deserving of, whether it be love, whether it be certain relationships, community, friendships, whether it's, you know, whatever freedom in some way, whether it's a certain job, whatever it is in your life, you are deserving of really big things. You just have to let go of the things that are breadcrumbing you, you know, because the Seven of Cups again is it's an illusion. Okay, it's just confusing. Both of these energies just feel very confusing, but this is what you're walking away from. So if you've done that already, amazing. This is the start of a healing journey, and one where definitely you'll be getting some wish fulfillment. The star is about achieving a dream, a goal. Most importantly, I think you're going to feel and are feeling more emotionally stable because you're away from something that's caused so much stress. Again, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, again, like if you're trying to choose a job, it's like, I don't know, like, oh my God, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know, right? Let's see. We've been going on long enough. I am going to pull you some random cards for you. My angels, for my lovely Cancerians. Well, there's a lot, okay. Some of you might definitely be grieving somebody at this time, but that's okay. They're with you. Because casket came up. By the way, I'm not predicting death. Like, this is clearly something that's already happened. Like, so don't get panicky here. Right, casket. Doesn't have to be a person, but it says someone's going out of your life at the end of a situation. You have hills, obstacles to overcome. Elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. That's that chop wood energy. You have doing something risky, taking a chance, stepping into a new experience. I feel like those go hand in hand. Apple, temptation will test you. Something about March. March could have been a significant month here. You are on the road to success. Love that. You have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And the last one is beware of self-delusion. That's this energy. You don't need to make sense of something. Just leave it behind. Let it go. Usually when we walk away from a situation, it starts to make sense outside of it. When you're in it, or you're in manipulation even, it gets confusing. Or gaslighting or whatever. Like, that's just to do with a person, but it could be anything. Like, maybe you're gaslighting yourself. Whatever it is to you, it can be confusing when you're in it. But as soon as you're out of it and you walk away from a situation, even if it's just temporarily, you can look at it from a different perspective and go, this whole time, you know, I should have been doing this or whatever. Anyway, I hope this reading has helped you in some ways. Please let me know in the comments how this reading resonates with you. I'd love to know. I read all the comments all the time, so let me know. I might not get to everybody, but I'll try my best. And if you like the reading, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because it really helps me out on the channel. And also, I'd love to have you here if you do subscribe, so that would mean the world to me, but you don't have to. It's only if you feel called to. But aside from all that, I wish you guys all the best, and I hope you have an incredible time, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Okay,